بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. We will study inshallah the section on al-Ijtihad wa al-Taqlid. Taqlid. Al-Ijtihad wa al-Taqlid from the book Usul al-Istinbat. This book is a famous book and it is used as also a textbook in some places. About 23, 22 years ago, we studied this book as one of the textbooks on Usul, the whole book. And you will be able to find the whole text also as PDF online. But we have also duplicated the part on Ijtihad wa Taqlid. So hopefully everyone should have a copy of it. And if you want, as I said, you can find it on internet. The author is Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Naqi al-Haydari. And Ayatollah Khui Rahmatullah Alayhi has a foreword, and also Sayyid Hibatuddin al-Shahrastani has an introduction. It covers all different discussions on Usul al-Fiqh. It's like something like al-Mujaz that we have studied, but maybe a little less detailed than al-Mujaz. But because in al-Mujaz there was no section on Ijtihad wa Taqlid, so I thought we should study it. And if inshallah this finishes, then we will have a section on some of the sources that non-Shia Muslims follow, like Qiyas, Istihsan, Masalih Mursaleh, Fath al-Dhara'i, Sadd al-Dhara'i. Inshallah we'll discuss them as well.
From the same book.
From the same book. So, first we start with definition of Ijtihad.
Sorry, I missed the name of the book.
Usul al-Istinbat by Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Naqi al-Haydari. The whole book is also available online.
It's in English or it's in Arabic?
It's in Arabic. Yes. So, first we start with the definition of Ijtihad. In its literal sense, al-Ijtihad comes from juhd. Juhd means efforts. Yeah, Ijtihad means you do your best. You try hard. So he says, al-Ijtihadu fil lughah huwa badlul majhud fi talab shay. To spend your maximum energy in doing something or seeking something. So if you really work hard, that's Ijtihad. You remember that famous hadith from Amir al-Mu'mineen. when he talked about his own zuhd and ascetic life, then he said, "Ennakum la taqdiruna ala dhalik," or something like this. You are not able to do like me, but a'inuni biwara'in wajtihad wa'iffatin wasadad. At least help me by taqwa and ijtihad and chastity and being firm in your decision, make it proper and your efforts. So ijtihad means working hard. If we don't work hard, if we don't make efforts, we would not be successful. So this is the literal meaning. وَفِي اصْطِلَاحِ الْفُقَهَاءِ. But in its technical meaning, in fiqh, when jurists say ijtihad and mujtahid for the person who has ijtihad, what do they mean? They don't mean just someone who makes efforts or tries hard. They mean someone who makes efforts in understanding Islamic rulings from their sources. So, ma'rifatu istinbat al-ahkam al-shar'iyyah min adillatiha. You know how to infer, how to draw Islamic rulings from their sources. Okay? Al-ahkam al-shar'i min adillatiha. Because if you just know ahkam based on risale of your mujtahid, you know ahkam, but this is not ijtihad. Ijtihad is to do istinbat from main sources, from Quran, Hadith, Sunnah, or Ijma, or Aql. You yourself can draw out, you can infer the ahkam. And in some books, also, they say istifraghul wus'ah, means you do your maximum effort. So, ma'rifatu istinbat al-ahkam al-shar'iyya min adillataha. So, who is mujtahid? Mujtahid is the one who is faqih, who is a jurist, who has the faculty, the quwwah for istinbat. It's not just a matter of knowing fatwas by memory from someone else. No. You should yourself go back to the sources and bring out Islamic rulings. Then, ijtihad is divided into two parts. You might have heard. They say ijtihad mutlaq, ijtihad mutajazzi, or al-mujtahid al-mutlaq, al-mujtahid al-mutajazzi. If someone is mujtahid in all sections of fiqh, he can find out Islamic rulings in all abwab, whether it be, for example, in salat, taharat, hajj, ijara, bay, qada, all sections of fiqh. This is mujtahid mutlaq, like our maraji. Our maraji are able to do ijtihad in all sections of fiqh. We have also al-mujtahidul mutajazzi. Mutajazzi comes from juz. So this is someone who is mujtahid but in a particular field. For example, someone who has worked for few years on tahara. And now in tahara, we can trust him and he can, trust his own opinion because he's able to go back to the sources and find out Islamic rulings. So he's called al-mujtahidul mutajazzi. Or suppose someone wants to do judgment, qadi. Normally we say qadi has to be mujtahid. But it's difficult to get enough mujtahid mutlaq. So some say if it is mujtahid mutajazzi, it's also okay. Is it clear?
There's one question here. That,
Yes.
we have mujtahid and mutajazzi. But are we allowed to have the Taqlid of two
No.
mujtahid? Then what's the point of mutajazzi?
No. This is different from Taqlid.
Oh, it's not Maraja Taqlid, it's just mujtahid.
For Mujtahid. Inshallah, Taqlid it is this. This is for himself. Can he rely on his own understanding if he is mutajazzi? Say yes. Because if he has come to this understanding and he has ilm that this is the hukm of God, he follow his judgment. In another section he is not mujtahid, okay, in that section he has to do taqlid or ihtiyat. But in this section he is mujtahid and he can rely on his understanding. Yes.
Sheikh, with mutajazzi, if he carries on, he becomes...
Yes. Yes. So actually some people who say we may not have ijtihad mutajazzi, he says actually we have, because gradual process. So it's not that someone all of a sudden in all fiqh becomes mujtahid. He starts with some sections and then he expands. So وَهُوَ إِمَّا مُطْلَقٌ أَوْ مُتَجَزٍ. Ijtihad is either mutlaq or mutajazzi, means either it is comprehensive or it is partial. فَالْمُجْتَهِدْ بِالْإِجْتِهَادِ الْمُطْلَقِ. If someone is mujtahid and his ijtihad is mutlaq, it's comprehensive. هو العارف باستنباط جميع الأحكام الشرعية من أدلتها الجلية. He is the one who has ability to draw out Islamic rulings, all of them, جميع, tahara, salat, zakat, hajj, so nikah, ijara, muamala, qada, diyat, hudud, all Islamic rulings he can draw out from its clear sources. Why we add the modifier jaliya, clear? Because sometimes it's not the fault of mujtahid. We don't have clear reason here. And therefore mujtahid may not have fatwa, may do ihtiyat. Okay? So if we say someone is mujtahid mutlaq because he knows all ahkam, don't say, no, this person doesn't know some ahkam, he has ihtiyatat. We say that's not his problem. If there are enough reasons and sources, he can make ijtihad. He can make istinbat. Okay? So, al-mujtahidu bil-ijtihad al-mutlaq هو العارف باستنباط جميع الأحكام الشرعية من أدلتها الجلية. He can do istinbat. He knows how to infer, how to draw out all Islamic rulings, all Shari rulings from its clear sources. التجزي هو العارف means المجتهد بالاجتهاد المتجزي. العارف باستنباط بعضها كذلك، يعني باستنباط بعض الأحكام الشرعية عن أدلتها الجلية. Why we said جلية؟ إنما قلنا الجلية لإخراج الأدلة المشكلة. Because sometimes there are sources which are very difficult. التي تتدافع عند المجتهد. There are sources that are difficult and they may conflict, for example, and mujtahid cannot make up his mind. It's not a problem in his skills or talents or experiences. It's a problem of lack of enough evidence. So mujtahid in this case then has difficulty in issuing fatwa and may just have hesitation. يتأمل يستشكل يعني he finds it difficult. ويتأمل means he has hesitation. But لا يضر ذلك في اجتهاده ظاهرا. But it seems that it's not harming his power of ijtihad, his ability of ijtihad. Why? لأنه يصدق عليه عرفا أنه عارف باستحكام الأحكام. Because according to the urf, according to common sense, according to the public opinion, we can say he knows how to do istinbat when he can do istinbat of most of ahkam. Yeah? So don't say he has some ihtiyatat. If he can do most of the ahkam, they say he knows. The rest is the problem of lack of evidence. وَلَأَنَّ الْقُصُورِ لَيْسَ مِنْ جَهَتِهِ إِنَّمَا هُوَ مِنْ إِشْكَالِ الْأَدِلَّةِ. There is no shortcoming or deficiency on his side. The problem is that our resources, our references are not clear. Question. Are these two types of ijtihad possible at all? Is it possible that someone can do ijtihad in all fiqh? And second, is it possible to be mujtahid only in some issues? So there are two issues. One is, can someone be mujtahid in all fiqh? We say yes. Our maraja are mujtahid in all fiqh. Question two, is it possible that someone is only mujtahid in some? So if he is in some, he must be in all. Why is it in only some? The answer is yes, possible, because it's a gradual process. When someone learns, then little by little, he starts doing ijtihad from one section, he goes to another section, and then the whole fiqh. ثم إنه لا إشكال ولا ريب في إمكان الاجتهاد الأول. There is no doubt that the first type of ijtihad is possible. What is al-Ijtihad al-Awwal? Al-Mutlaq. في هذه العصور, in our age, although fiqh has been expanded a lot, but still we have maraji' and fuqaha who can do ijtihad in all abwab. كما لا إشكال في إمكان الثاني وتحققه. In the same way, there is no problem in the possibility of having ijtihad متجزي. لأن المطلق لا يمكن حصوله دفعة. Because ijtihad mutlaq doesn't happen at once. دفعة means at once. بل شيئا فشيئا, little by little, gradually. And this is the meaning of tajazzi. We mean that he first starts becoming mujtahid in one section, and then he goes to others. Shay'an fashay'an means gradually, yes, little by little, slowly. Also, لأن ظواهر الألفاظ حجة. You know, in Usul al-Fiqh we say ظواهر الألفاظ are حجة. Are they hujjah for only mujtahid mutlaq, or they are hujjah or they are hujjah for everyone? They are hujjah for everyone. وَلَأَنَّ ظَوَاهِرَ الْأَلْفَاظ حُجَّةٌ فِي حَقِّ كُلِّ عَارِفٍ بِهَا. Any person who knows this zawahir, it's hujjah for him. وَحُجِّيَّةُ الْآيَاتِ وَالْأَخْبَارِ مُطْلَقَةٌ لِكُلِّ عَارِفٍ بِهَا. Also, verses of the Quran and Ahadith are hujjah for any person who has ma'rifah. When you read a hadith about wuzu, is the validity of al-ma'na al-zahiri for this hadith about wuzu based on you being mujtahid in kitab al-qadha ayzan? It's not. Ghayat al-amr, yes. Understanding hadith about wuzu does not need to be mujtahid in another section, yes. The maximum is that you have to study different sections of fiqh and ahadith about different sections, so that if there is an evidence in another place that may affect your understanding of this one, you know. So you should know anything about tahara, even if this thing is mentioned in another chapter of hadith. Because you know, in the past, sometime what they did, when they wanted to classify hadith, maybe they have broken hadith. They have done taqti'. For example, a hadith was long. One section was about marriage, they put it in the Kitab al-Nikah. Another section was about wuzu, they put it in tahara. Okay? So maybe there is an evidence in the section on nikah which can help us understand the section on tahara. Okay? And this was the idea of Ayatollah al-Uzma Burujerdi when he started a very massive project of Jami' Ahadith al-Shia. And one reason for that was to collect all ahadith and bring all the broken parts together, so that you can have from the beginning up to the end in one place. In any case, it is possible to be mujtahid mutajazzi, and for understanding one part, you don't need to understand the rest. But if in the rest of fiqh or rest of chapters of books of hadith, there is something that can bear on your understanding of this part, you have to know it. So it can be mujtahid in Kitabul Salat. But if in Kitabul Hajj there is something about Salat, you must know it. Maybe that would be muta'aras for this one. Maybe there would be no conflict. You have to know it. So if you know anything about Salat, that's fine. غاية الأمر يحتاج إلى البحث عن المعارضات لها. Just you should look for those things that may contradict or conflict and change the meaning. والمفروض أن المتجزي متمكن من ذلك. And our assumption is that مجتهد متجزي is able to understand anything about Salat scattered in different parts. Now, question. Is fatwa of mujtahid mutajazzi valid for himself? Can he rely on his own fatwa when he is mutajazzi? The answer is yes, of course. Because if he's mutajazzi, means he has ability to understand the ruling. When he understands al-ilmu hujjatun, al-yaqinu hujjatun dhatan. Anyone who knows, who should follow his understanding, yes.
By the time when he is mujtahid mutajazzi and he can follow his own fatwa on those particular places, but at the same time he is muqallid to someone else.
Why?
Sorry?
Why? In another part.
In another part.
Yes, I know, no problem.
In that case, basically he is following two mujtahids.
No problem. In two different sections.
No, but for example, if in the same section where he is mujtahid himself, and his mother, he's got a different ruling in there. He's got different ruling.
No, because he's mujtahid, so he knows what is the ruling. Then there is no chance for taqlid. Salam. Okay. Taqlid is for someone who doesn't know. Mujtahid knows. Even you know that if you are mujtahid, you don't need to follow a'lam. A'lam is for other people. The one who is mujtahid and understands the ruling in this way, even if he has become mujtahid just now, he follows his opinion.
I have seen many what I consider as mutajazzi mujtahid, but they don't want to follow. They're too worried. They would follow the alim. They won't. Though they're very knowledgeable, like Aqidah, the people like him, but they do the taqlid of the Imam of the time.
If they are really mujtahid mutajazzi, and they don't want to follow their own opinion, it's better they do ihtiyat, because it's very problematic also to say that you follow a mujtahid when you are yourself a mujtahid. Yes.
If they are mujtahid and mutajazzi on one part,
Yes.
they know that there could be stuff in other sections that could affect their part.
He must know them. He must know anything that is related to that part. Because if you have really done research, you know, because those who are mujtahid mutlaq, their books are available, you know, so you know anyone who has worked on Kitab al-Salat, for example, what things they have referred to. If you are really expert in that field, you know.
And if you don't know, then you cannot be mujtahid.
Then you are not.
Sheikh,
Yes.
أنا آسف على هذا.
Yes.
في زمن أئمة أهل البيت عليهم السلام كان كل صحابي مخلص لأهل البيت عنده كتاب، مثلا كتاب حريز في الصلاة، كتاب فلان في الصوم.
كتب روائي فقط.
هو روايات أهل البيت.
نعم.
كتاب خاص بالصلاة مثلا أو بالصوم.
نعم.
هل كان الأئمة عليهم السلام يشجعون الاختصاص أو يشجعون التجزؤ في العلم؟
يعني حينما كان المسألة مسألة تجميع الروايات ما كان هناك تشريع على تركيز. Sorry, I must speak Arabic. If the idea was to collect hadith, so it was okay. Any hadith that you come across, you put them together. Even sometimes they were not classifying them, they were not organizing them. So someone had asked, you know, there were 400 usul. In their ask, they had hadith about different subjects. But sometimes imams were trying to train experts, like expert on fiqh, expert on kalam. There they were encouraging them to specialize. So someone was very good for kalam, someone was very good, for example, for fiqh, for riwayat, and they were known for that. So, question. ثم هل تكون فتوى حجة على نفسه? Would be the fatwa of mujtahid mutajazzi valid hujjah for himself? He can rely on his own opinion. We are not talking about other people doing taqlid. We are talking about him following his own understanding, relying on his own opinion. Al-Azharu al-Hujjiyya. The author says the stronger position is that it is actually valid. Why? لأنه عالم بالحكم في رأيه. Because according to his own opinion, he knows the hukm. He has done the ijtihad. He knows this is what religion wants. وَالْعَالِمُ بِالْحُكْمِ يَلْزَمُهُ الْعَمَلُ بِهِ. And the one who knows the ruling, he has to do what? He has to practice. فعلى هذا لا يحتاج إلى رجوعه إلى المجتهد المطلق في جواز عمله بفتوى نفسه. So he doesn't need to go to mujtahid mutlaq and get permission from him to follow his own opinion. Because if this is his opinion, means he knows. فقول بعضهم إن المتجزي محال أن يعرف حكم نفسه. Some said مجتهد متجزي cannot know what he should do. بعيد ظاهرا. This is very unlikely. It seems to be very unlikely. بعدما كانت خطابات الأحكام متوجهة إلى الناس عامة. The rulings that we have, the verses or hadith about Islamic rulings, they don't address only mujtahid mutlaq. They are for everyone. متوجهة إلى الناس عامة. they address everyone, not mujtahid mutlaq only. فَكُلُّ أَحَدٍ عَرَفَ حُكْمَهُ. Anyone who knows his wazifa, the ruling that applies to him, has to implement it, has to obey it. يَلْزَمُهُ الْإِمْتِثَالِ. Another question. What about his hukuma? Because mujtahid has different functions. One is understanding fatwa, understanding the opinion of Sharia about something. Another function of mujtahid is he acts as hakim shara. He issues verdicts. That is in detail, that is in particular. You know, when a particular thing happens, for example, to declare that tomorrow is the month of Ramadan, or tomorrow is Eid, this is hukm. Hukm is different from fatwa. Fatwa is general. Hukm is about a particular case. Amma nufudhu hukumatihi is his governance. If his hukuma, yeah, like rule, is that also something that is accepted and has effect? فَالظَّاهِرُ الْعَدَامِ. No, it seems that he has no authority in that sense. لظهور أخبار نسب الفقيه حاكما لظهور أخبار نسب الفقيه حاكما في المجتهد المطلق. يعني ظهور في المجتهد المطلق. Because those hadiths which say that faqih has to be hakim, its apparent meaning is which type of faqih? Faqih mutlaq. نعم لا يبعد شمولها للمجتهد في معظم الأحكام العامة البلوى. Yes, it's possible that we say hukuma is for the faqih, that even if he doesn't know masail in all sections, at least he knows all masail which are mubtala bih, masail that people normally face, from tahara, from salat, from ijara, nikah. He knows all the masail which are mubtala bih. Maybe every person faces few hundred masail. He knows that. He doesn't need to know few thousand masail. Is it clear?
I want to get two definitions. What does nufuz mean and balwa mean?
Nufuz means penetrate. But here nufuz hukumati means that his hukuma be effective, has power.
And balwa?
Balwa from ibtila means to be facing something. Something that you go through and you have to face it. The second issue is al-Taqlid. So alhamdulillah, we finished Ijtihad. Still we have masail, but just the definition. And the next is al-Taqlid. What is Taqlid? Taqlid in lugha, in literal sense, comes from qilada. Qilada is the ring or necklace, yeah, for the necklace. For example, sometimes women, they put jewelries, and sometimes can be used for other reasons. Anything that is put here.
For animals as well, like
it can be also for controlling animals. Anything that is for neck. Okay? Yes. خط الموت على بني آدم مخط القلادة لجد الفتاة. This is the literal meaning. Taqlid technically means we put qilada on someone else. Means for our rulings, we put responsibility on someone else.
It's been narrated very wrongly on the verb.
Yeah, this is taqlid. So taqlid is a kind of facility, a kind of exemption. Instead of you being either mujtahid or doing ihtiyat, which both are difficult. To become mujtahid, you have to study 20, 30 years at least. To want to do ihtiyat means always you have to take the difficult or most difficult option. So Sharia says you can put the responsibility on someone else's neck if he is happy to do so. So therefore, we have to be very grateful to Maraja that they have undertaken this responsibility, that for themselves and for us, they have undertaken the position of marja'iyah. So, at-taqlid وهو جعل غير المجتهد عمله موافقا لفتوى المجتهد في الأحكام الشرعية. Someone who is not mujtahid makes his practice, his action according to the fatwa of mujtahid in religious rulings. So taqlid for me means that, for example, I want to say prayer, I say my prayer according to the fatwa of mujtahid. So taqlid is something that happens at the time of action. مقارن للعمل. Because as we said, taqlid is to do your action in compliance with fatwa. So taqlid is مقارن للعمل ولا يحتاج إلى سبقه عليه. It doesn't need to precede action. So you don't need that first choose and say, this is my mujtahid, and this is the fatwa that he has about salat, for example, ayat, and then when the time of ayat comes. No, as soon as when the time of salat ayat comes, you say prayer according to the fatwa of this marja, you are doing his taqlid. وَلَا رَيْبَ فِي وُجُوبِهِ. There is no doubt that taqlid is necessary على من لا يتمكن فعلا من الاجتهاد والاحتياط. Taqlid is necessary for someone who cannot right now do ijtihad nor ihtiyat. He cannot do ijtihad because he has not studied properly, or has not studied for a long time, or he has been busy, whatever. And ihtiyat is also not possible. It's difficult for him. لأنه ظاهرا. Why we should do taqlid? Apart from ahadith that inshallah we will mention, and ayat of the Quran that we will mention, apart from all that, this is siratul uqala, that someone who is not an expert should refer to experts. لأنه ظاهرا من باب الرجوع إلى أهل الخبرة. Because taqlid seems to be like referring to the experts. وَعَلَيْهِ سِيرَةُ الْعُقَلَاءِ فِي جَمِيعِ شُهُونِهِمْ وَأَحْوَالِهِمْ. Uqala also have such practice, that in all their affairs, in dunya and akhirah, in deen and dunya, they refer to experts. بَلْ لَوْلَاهُ لَاخْتَلَّ النِّظَامُ الْعَالَمِ. Had it not been that taqlid is possible, the system in the world would be collapsed. لأن كل فرد من الناس لا يجمع علوم الدين والدنيا. Because it's not that every person himself knows everything about dunya and akhirah. So our knowledge is not sufficient. مع أنه محتاج إلى كثير منهما. But we still need these sciences. فلولا رجوع غير العالم بها إلى العالم بها لتعطل نظام البشرية والأحكام الشرعية. Had it not been that the one who is not alim should refer to alim in these ahkam, the whole system of humanity and rulings would collapse. So uqala refer to experts. Pardon?
بها the zamir goes to العالم بها إلى عالم بها غير عالم بها إلى عالم بها للتعطيل
أحكام.
لا تعقل.
عالم بها من بالأحكام.
بها بالأحكام.
Yeah. وأن الشارع أمضى عمل الأقلاء في الرجوع إلى الفقهاء. So, uqala refer to experts. In the case of fiqh, uqala tell us we should refer to fuqaha, and Shari has also endorsed it. بأوامر شتى. If you say how, where did Shari approve it? We say there are different awamir, commands. ومضامين مختلفة. There are different texts. كأخبار مدح العلماء. For example, we have hadith that praise ulama and say that إنهم ورثة الأنبياء. They inherit from the prophets. Or أوامر الرجوع إليهم. They command to refer ulama. والأخذ عنهم والسؤال منهم. Refer to ulama and ask questions from them. Or hadith that commands to do tafaqquh for learning and teaching. Or in Quran we have ayatun nafr لولا نفر من كل فرقة منهم طائفة ليتفقهوا في الدين ولينذروا قومهم إذا رجعوا إليهم لعلهم يحذرون. And people also should afterward be warned. Or the ayah of فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ. Although some people say Ahlul Dhikr or Ahlul Bayt, but it seems to be also possible to understand from this that we must refer to the people who have knowledge. There are also hadiths. I mentioned these hadiths. These are beautiful hadiths from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam about Ijtihad. Or more precisely about Taqlid. Because the focus is on people referring to them. الأول ما روي من قول عبد العزيز بن المهدي للإمام عليه السلام. The narrator, who was Abdul Aziz, asked Imam alayhi salam, ربما أحتاج ولست ألقاك في كل وقت. I sometimes need you, but I cannot always find you. أفيونس بن عبد الرحمن ثقة آخذ عنه معالم ديني. When I cannot have access to you, is Yunus ibn Abdul Rahman reliable, honest, that I can take from him the teachings of my religion? Imam alayhi salam said, yes. If you look at this question and answer, you see that the one who asked, it seems that he knows he can refer to thiqah. Just he asked whether he is thiqah or not. In his mind, he knew that he can refer to the reliable person. Thiqah means honest, reliable, trustworthy. And Imam alayhi salam also approved that. So, it's possible. The second hadith. Imam alayhi salam in writing replied to a question. Someone had asked him whom we can trust in our faith. أَمَّنْ يُعْتَمَدُ عَلَيْهِ فِي الدِّينِ. Someone who can be trusted in his faith. Imam alayhi salam said, اعتمدا في دينكم على كل مسن في حبنا كثير القدم في أمرنا. In your religion, your faith, trust any person who is musin, who is old, and he has spent his life in loving us, and he makes lots of efforts in our way. In another hadith, سأله ابن أبي يعفور أمن يرجع إليه إذا احتاج أو سئل عن مسألة or يرجع إليه. Ibn Ya'fur asked Imam al-Salam to whom he should refer when he himself needs question or people ask him questions and he needs answer. Imam said, فَمَا يَمْنَعُكَ عَنِ الثَّقَفِي. What does stop you to refer to Thaqafi, which means Muhammad ibn Muslim al-Thaqafi. Imam alayhi salam said to Shu'aib al-Aqraqufi, yes, my font is very small. Aqraqufi, alayka bil asadi.
I think one page is blank. This one that you're reading now is blank.
No. Page 275. 77.
It's one village in the north of Baghdad.
MashaAllah.
77.
It's a village.
Yeah.
It's still available. Thank you, yes. So this person must be from that village. So Imam alayhi salam told him, alayka bil asadi, yani Abu Basir. You see, Imams referred people to those who had knowledge. Or Ali ibn al-Musayyab, Imam alayhi salam said, alayka bi Zakariya ibn Adam. This Zakariya ibn Adam is buried in Qom. He's a very great personality. Al-Ma'mun ala ad-din wa ad-dunya. Someone that you can trust him in religious affairs and in worldly affairs. Imam alayhi salam said to Aban ibn Taghlab, Ijlis fi masjid al-Madinah wa aftin nas. Sit in the masjid of Medina and give fatwa for people. فَإِنِّي أُحِبُّ أَنْ يُرَى فِي شِيعَتِي مِثْلُكَ. I love in my Shia people like you to be found, to be seen. Means I love more people like you among my Shia who can sit in masjid and give fatwa. There was a tawqi from Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif for Ishaq ibn Ya'qub. Tawqi means a written message with signature coming from Imam alayhi salam. Some of the things we have from Imam Mahdi in the time of Ghaybat al-Suqra are in the form of Tawqi. Tawqi means signature, but here means written message. So he asked questions about things which were difficult for him. And Imam alayhi salam said, وَأَمَّا الْحَوَادِثُ الْوَاقِعَةِ فَارْجِعُوا فِيهَا إِلَى رُوَاةِ أَحَادِيثِنَا فَإِنَّهُمْ حُجَّتِي عَلَيْكُمْ وَأَنَا حُجَّةُ اللَّهِ. When new events happen, refer to those who narrate our hadith. They are my hujjah over you and I am hujjah of Allah. Also in tafsir which is mansub to Imam Askari, we have فَأَمَّا مَنْ كَانَ مِنَ الْفُقَهَاءِ صَائِنًا لِنَفْسِهِ حَافِظًا لِدِينِهِ مُخَالِفًا عَلَى هَوَاهِ مُطِيعًا لَأَمْرِ مَوْلَاهِ فَلِلْعَوَامِ أَنْ يُقَلِّدُوهُ. A famous hadith that any faqih who is sa'inan li-nafsih, he protects and saves himself, means he doesn't let himself to go to bad things and bad actions and be destroyed. Hafidhan li-dineh, he saves and protects his faith. Mukhalifan ala hawa, he rejects and repels his lower desires. Muti'an la amr mawla, he obeys the command of his master, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then the Prophet and Imam. فَلِلْعَوَامِ أَنْ يُقَلِّدُوهُ, it's for the lay people to do taqlid of him. Why we say it is for lay people to do taqlid?
It's an obvious thing.
Why we don't say it's obligatory? We don't say فَعَلَّ الْعَوَامِ, we say فَلِلْعَوَامِ. and يقلدوا.
It could be among the Imam, is it possible for someone to be mujtahid with the
It's a facility. You say, you can do taqlid. If you don't want to taqlid, okay, do ijtihad or ihtiyat. So it's a facility that you have this option of doing taqlid.
So one of the two things is wajib. Either mujtahid or either taqlid.
Or ihtiyat.
Yes.
Three things.
We can't have the fourth.
No. فهذه الطوائف من الأخبار, these sets of hadith, بمجموعها تورث القطع بالمطلوب. If you consider them all together, it gives certainty about our point that we wanted to prove it. So it gives you certain conclusion. Even if in some of these hadiths there is weakness in the chain of narration. حتى ولو كان في بعضها ضعف في سند أو دلالة, or some of them its dalala is not very clear. Because there are so many hadiths that even if some of them are weak, it doesn't change the overall conclusion. لأنها منجبرة بعمل العلماء بها ومنهج الصلحاء عليها ومع تعييدها بسيرة العقلاء على الرجوع إلى أهل الخبرة الذي عليه إطباق البشر قاطبة. So this weakness, even if we accept some of these hadiths are not sahih, this weakness is compensated by few things. One is that ulama have acted upon this. Righteous people have acted in this way. They have asked people for their opinion, people who were experts. Uqala also confirm this. Uqala refer to khubre, to the experts. And itbaqul bashar, there is consensus of whole humanity that you can and you should refer to experts when you don't have expertise. So there is no doubt about possibility of ijtihad and referring to mujtahideen. Inshallah, we have very good discussion, and that is it necessary to go to the most knowledgeable mujtahid, or it is just possible to go to mujtahid? Is taqlidul a'lam wajib, or it is jaiz? This is a good discussion that we are going, inshallah, to have. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.